When did you see an entitled person get shot down? My big sis Veronica was the biggest liar I knew, but she claimed that no one in the world was as honest as her. During dinner, she would start listing down people who got fat or lost weight. We never added to her convo, not only because it was annoying, but because she insisted that we should be keeping it real just like her. Once she thought it was real to tell me that my skin looked worse than a donkey who rubbed its on a cactus. I ignored her and faux realness. We were all used to her BS. TBH, I was happy to stop inviting her to all future family functions, but my aunt insisted on inviting her, promising that one day she'd grow out of it. Boy, was she wrong. For our baby cousin's birthday one year, she texted into the family group chat asking if she could introduce us to her boyfriend, Jake, for the first time. Since Veronica was so horrible, I assumed he would be the same. I was down to straight up reject her request, but everyone replied before I could, and with my family being so welcoming, they of course said yes. SMH. He seemed nice at first, the type of guy to say hi to the pet dog before greeting anyone else, to hold open every door for you, but I never stopped being suspicious. The birthday boy, Marky, was adorable. He was dressed in this little blue onesie that had balloon designs all over it, and he didn't cry once. He just wanted a hug and to play peekaboo. Our whole family showed up for it. My uncles, my loud aunts, my divorced parents, everyone. All for Marky. It was held in one of those kids' party places that have everything. Arcade, bowling, laser tag, ball pit, the works. But somehow, Veronica had managed to sneak in alcohol. We were all sitting eating pizza that tasted like plastic when I noticed she was inebriated. Actually, all the adults noticed, because not only could you smell it on her breath, but she was speaking like she knew everything about how the world worked. Jake sat beside her in the tiny orange chair as she raved about what a genuine person she is, and explained why our cousin was wasting her time in community college. Literally the definition of tooting your own horn. I practically leaped for joy when the birthday cake came around, because it meant Veronica finally shutted the F up, LOL. Or so I thought. Everyone was gathered round singing happy birthday, while 5-year-old Marky clapped his little hands. My aunt brought out this adorable dinosaur cake she picked up from the grocery store. As soon as we were done singing, Veronica stood up to make a toast. Well, kinda. Oh my gosh, you can't even make him a homemade cake? Do you even love him? Her words were slurred, and she gestured with her red Solo cup. Plus, these decorations look like you raided the dollar store clearance bin. If you're going to have kids, at least put in some effort. The other parents froze. Some kids stopped eating their pizza mid-bite. My aunt's face went red. Veronica kept going. I mean, I'm just being honest here. Pinterest exists for a reason. This is just sad. Suddenly, she was interrupted by the sound of Marky bursting into tears. It was that heartbroken wail kids do when their world falls apart. Auntie Veronica says Mommy's cake is bad, he sobbed. Mommy, why didn't you try? Jake stood up so fast his chair tipped over. Veronica, pass me my stuff. We're done here. She laughed, still swaying. What? No way. I haven't even had cake yet. There's no we anymore. He interrupted and turned to face her directly. I just watched you destroy a 5-year-old's birthday party. What kind of person does that? My uncle actually whispered wow from across the room. My cousin pulled out her phone. Veronica's jaw dropped. Babe, come on. I was just trying to help. Kids need to learn about standards. Standards? Jake's voice cracked. He's 5. He thinks his mom hung the moon, and you just told him she doesn't love him enough. The whole room watched like it was a movie. My aunt was still trying to calm down Marky, whose dinosaur shirt was soaked with tears. You're seriously breaking up with me? Here? Over this? Veronica's voice pitched higher. Jake walked over to my aunt and handed her a $500 bill. For the party. I'm sorry we ruined it. Then he turned back to Veronica. Find your own ride home and delete my number. He headed for the exit. Veronica stood frozen for maybe 3 seconds before reality hit. She grabbed her purse and ran after him, heels clicking on the arcade floor, yelling something about overreacting. Dad muttered, good for him. Marky finally stopped crying long enough to ask, is the mean lady gone? She was, and we never saw her again. Until a week later, that is. Because that's when my aunt got a knock at the door. It wasn't Veronica. It was CPS. Someone had called in an anonymous report about alcohol being served to minors at a child's birthday party, and neglectful parenting. Full story on channel, link below.